So over the past month of May, I've been working diligently on promoting and establishing relationships and networking related to the community's renewable energy portfolio. So as a reminder, we have investment in the Hertel line, which is the Hydro-Quebec line that sells power to the United States. And then we also have an active wind farm, 24 megawatt project, De Culture, which is currently providing income to the community, and it's an operational wind farm. And then we've also been the successful bidder for a 144 megawatt wind farm that is currently in the feasibility and engineering planning stage, and that is called the Les Jardins wind farm. So this month, I attended the First Nations Major Project Coalitions Conference in Toronto, as well as the Renewable Energy Association one-day conference here in Montreal. And really, I was there to not only promote Kahnawak's renewable energy portfolio, to seek out new opportunities, particularly we're looking to expand into solar projects as well, but also to really support other nations and promote the concept of equity ownership in projects, which is something that Kahnawake is at the forefront of, and really to send the message to government and private sector developers that our communities and nations should receive a minimum mandatory 50% equity stake in these major projects that are occurring on their territory or on their unceded or traditional territories. So it was a really good opportunity to meet with a lot of different representatives, government, private sector, as well as other communities and nations. We came back with a lot of opportunity in the solar area as well as additional wind farms. And just as a reminder, the whole idea behind the renewable energy portfolio is to secure and invest in as many different renewable energy projects as we can, and ultimately to generate as many long-term, we're talking about 20 to 40 year renewable energy revenues to ensure that this community is financially independent and sovereign, and that we're in control of our own future, and we are less reliant on government funding, whether it comes from the federal government or from the province. So really a very successful 2 conferences, and you'll be hearing more and more about our renewable energy projects in the coming months and years. Secondly, we provided the Sovereign Wealth Fund annual report to the table, and we'll be releasing the results to the community via press release or executive summary very soon, probably in the month of June. So over the first year, the Sovereign Wealth Fund has achieved an 11% annual return. The portfolio is 40% allocated to equity, 40% fixed income, and 20% of it is in GICs or alternative investments. One of those is the De Culture wind farm. So what that means is that basically we increased the portfolio from $33 million to over $36 million in the first year. So the community was able to generate investment income from the establishment of the Sovereign Wealth Fund. So all around a very successful first year. And we did want to update the community on that, especially given recent turmoil in economic turmoil related to what's going on in the United States as well as globally. And finally, just wanted to update the community that the council met to discuss our portfolio allocations. For the most part, the portfolio allocations have remained the same with some minor movements here and there. I think there was a total of less than 5 chiefs that switched portfolios. I maintain my portfolios, economic development, administrative affairs as lead, as well as all of my files in regulatory boards and commission, lands and territories, infrastructure, transport and operations, as well as heritage. And then I will be working with our new director of OCC, Abby Diabo, as well as some of the OCC staff to conduct a mini strategic planning exercise with the Council of Chiefs in order to align our political priorities for the next 2 years of our term. and also to get on the same page with the executive office and their strategic plan so that we're really able to sharpen our focus on what the priorities are for the table as well as for the MCK executive office administration, and ultimately to be able to work together and collaborate for the betterment of the community. So Nyawagoa, and I look forward to my next update. You can always view my monthly reports online, and I will next be on MCK Friday on June 13th.